Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. If you're feeling charitable, please smash the subscribe button and the like button, and please do follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. Wow, I'm so excited. I was having a cigarette. Actually, I think my cigarette's still burning out there, but it doesn't matter. The whole place can fall down. I don't care. Maybe it'll deal with the COVID-19 as well. Because on today's video, we are unboxing the Skywalker UHD 4K 9-movie saga. Look at this. This just came. You don't know the trouble I had getting this from Amazon Prime. You have no idea. I had to talk to someone. I think they were in India. They were giving it, that they tried to deliver it. Right? They said that they tried to come here and no one was home. It's lockdown. Hello. So they couldn't get away with that. So I got 25 quid back for them messing me about. And I got this. Brilliant. Look at this. Look at this baby. Doesn't matter what we think about the sequel trilogy. Come on. This in 4K UHD. Every single Star Wars movie in that quality. And I want you to think about this before we unbox this. When you watch this on Disney Plus, and Disney Plus isn't great in terms of quality of 4K UHD. It's okay if you're not using other, internet outlets in your home. But when it doesn't matter how good your internet is, Disney Plus can be a bit of a problem. I'm still a big fan of hard copy. I think when your internet's down, you can still watch this baby, right? So should we unbox this? There is actually a letter from Luke Skywalker himself in this pack, Mark Hamill. So I'm going to read it out. I might tag him later on Twitter and tell him about it. Well, he knows he's done the letter, or is it even from him? Never mind. Doesn't matter. We're going to read it out. This is really, really exciting. I suppose, am I supposed to show you this? No, you don't. You don't care about this, do you? Right. So, So this thing comes off here. So you got that. So we get rid of that. Look at this. Look at this. That is beautiful, my friends. Don't you think? So, if you can afford to get this, you really should, and you haven't got it on. Because I don't think you should just say, well, I've got it on Disney Plus. Anything can happen, right? I think if you can afford it, if you're rich, and I wouldn't say I'm rich. So this is how it works. You pull the side, right? Oh, look at that, right? You pull the side, right? And they don't come totally off, right? So you pull the sides to each side, right, obviously, and look at that. Look at that. So somehow, this is going to be fun. Look at this. Look at this. So look, that's just empty, I think. So you put that over there. So then we open this up. Look at this. Look at this. It's like a storybook. It's like a freaking storybook. So Disney can get things right. So, oh, wow. Look at this. Hang on. Look at this. Wow. Now, this is Little Anakin's Naboo space cruiser, if I remember rightly. Someone can correct me down in the comments down below. Wow, just look. Look at the scale of this artwork. It's brilliant. So what you do is, in the envelope, you can see on the top you've got the discs there. So what we got, so I'm assuming we've got the Phantom Menace. I don't want to mess with the discs too much. Wow, look at this. So basically it's quite clever. So they've got the artwork, right, and they've got the discs in the sleeve above. Look at that. Again, beautiful artwork. It really is brilliant. Look at this. Oh, it just gets better and better, doesn't it? Look at that, my friends. This is the balls. Can I say balls on YouTube? Well, I've said COVID-19 and I'm not supposed to. Not that anything's monetized on my account anyway. Look at that. Look at that beautiful artwork. Isn't that brilliant? I freaking well love Star Wars. Look at that. So again, you just pick the discs out the top there. Look at this. Look at this. The Millennium Falcon of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Wow. Do you know what? It's a shame, because I would have paid the extra 100 if all the Clone Wars and all the Rebels was in this as well. I would have bought the crap out of that. So what we got next, obviously Empire Strikes Back. Look at that. Wow, look at that baby. Star Wars is one of the most beautiful things. Obviously Superman's my main man, but look at this. I'm just geeking out here. I wasn't expecting, I fought so much to get this box set. And I must give Disney credit. I think they're starting to realise what they've got. So then we got Return of the Jedi. Look at Vader. Doesn't he look beautiful with his army there? Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Tell me this ain't awesome. So I don't normally get things this special to do an unboxing vid. I used to mock them. So what's this? So this must be The Force Awakens, right? I'm assuming it's the Force. Yeah, must be the Force Awakens, right? Brilliant. And I think this is the dreaded Last Jedi. Yeah, the Last Jedi. That's pretty cool. It's funny how the artwork is quite underwhelming for this, isn't it? Just like the movie. I think, are Disney trying to say something here? Rian Johnson, don't bother looking at this. But still pretty cool, right? Still pretty cool. So Rise of Skywalker, I'm assuming. Now, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. What I will say about Rise of Skywalker, the VFX was absolutely beautiful. You know, well done to J.J. Abrams and his team for at least doing that. Look, J.J. had a big challenge on his hands. You know, personally, I probably wouldn't have brought Palpatine back. There did have some poetry to him still being alive. But I definitely would have said the Snoke that died in Jedi was just a clone. And that's how I would have brought him back. Just to kind of give us this new villain, maybe for even the future of Disney Star Wars. But he didn't want to do that. So, but brilliant artwork, brilliant artwork. I'm assuming these are bonus features. Oh, look at this, Tony Daniels. My brother and his daughter actually met him, and he was really, really lovely. And they had a bit of a laugh about a cappuccino or something. She said she wanted a cappuccino, my niece. And he goes, golly, he goes, a young child like you drinking cappuccino. So he's a really charming guy. And no one else could have played 3PO apart from him. He's done Clone Wars, and I think he's done Rebels as well. He's a brilliant guy. You know, a brilliant representative for Star Wars. So, just getting a closer look here. This is history, of course. Now, what's that? I'm going to have to take a better look at this. I'm not too sure. Let's have a look at this. Let's see what's... Oh, Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, Sith. Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, Battle General Grievous. Yeah, wow. This is some great stuff, you know. Really is. Really is awesome. So, let's carry on. We've got some great Empire Strikes Back artwork. These are obviously the bonus features. I'm hoping we've got Empire of Dreams, the awesome documentary George did quite a few years when they originally released the original trilogy on DVD. Do you remember going out to buy that pack? And the documentaries and all of that. Pretty awesome, right? But this is the ultimate pack. It's interesting, really, because since Star Wars Day, May the 4th, I've always loved Star Wars, but I'm really obsessed. I'm rewatching Clone Wars. I just think that's such an important aspect of the whole, you know, Star Wars universe and the story. And I love Ahsoka. I really do. Look at that. Brilliant. Oh, that's Rian Johnson, isn't he? The Wookiee looks confused, and so does Daze, doesn't she? Daze looks dazed and confused. I feel so bad for Daze. She's such a great kid. Really talented girl as well, and some of the stuff said about her is just plain wrong. So, what we got here? Oh, yeah, I love Adam Driver. One of the best things that they did. Now, Boyega is just a laugh, isn't he? I did have an argument with him once. He's one of the few people that I've kind of crossed swords with on Twitter who hasn't actually blocked me. What a great lad. Although he may have muted me. Who knows? That's all right, because I can still see the guy's tweets, right? Oh, yeah, we've got space there, so you don't want to see that. Wow, wow, wow. So where is this letter? Where is this? Oh, hang on. I've got this letter. I have to go on the floor. Wow, we're going to read this letter. I was going to pause it, but what's the point? So are we ready? What an extraordinary journey it's been. Do you know what? For all of us, this is, for me, the best franchise ever. I know it's been in and out with the sequel trilogy, but I still think there's 9 films here that anyone could sit back and enjoy. And if I do ever have kids or, someone who's never been introduced to it, I still think they could enjoy these 9 episodes. So back in 1976, when Carrie, Harrison and I were testing for our roles in what was then called The Adventures of Luke Starkiller, which I didn't know that. Wow. As taken from the journal of the Wills Saga 1, the Star Wars, there's no way we could have known what an incredibly rich and imaginative set of adventures this obscure little space movie would launch, inspiring 8 more chapters to sell the entire Skywalker story. For some of you, that journey began with us over 40 years ago, inviting Star Wars into your lives from the seats of just a few dozen theatres in its first day of release. For others, you may have joined us somewhere along the way, from the harrowing saga of young Anakin's descent to the dark side in the prequel trilogy, or the introduction of an entirely new generation of heroes in the sequel trilogy. Enough said there, eh, Mark? As Carrie once said, Star Wars is about family, and that is what we have all become. One giant community that shares the common experiences of these stories and the fundamental values they instill in us. Whether you're a relative newcomer to Star Wars Galaxy, or a long-time UPF ultra passionate fan, I am deeply thankful for your continued enthusiasm and dedication to George's faraway galaxy, which will continue to grow with new storytellers building an even bigger galaxy filled with heroes, villains, action, romance, and of course, the Force. May the Force be with you always. Mark Hamill. I love Mark Hamill. I do. Got himself in a bit of trouble during the filming and marketing of The Last Jedi. He was being very brave, speaking against Rian Johnson, but then he was dialing back. So you didn't really know where you stood with the guy, but it was really him who started the suspicion over The Last Jedi, to be fair. But this is what this guy is. He loves the fans. He loves George. He loves Star Wars. I think he was constantly talking to George during all that situation. But I still think seeing these discs here and this beautiful artwork and this thing that I've got, which I think they've charged a lot of money for this, about 80 sterling, 80 euros or whatever it is, right? I think the artwork and the letter is a lovely touch, because I'd just be happy having these 9 movies in UHD 4K. But this is something I'm going to treasure for a very, very long time. So I want to know your experiences of Star Wars, if you're still feeling passionate. I know the Fandom Menace are selling it that it's not, people are not as excited about Star Wars or its future or its past. I am. And there's been some missteps along the way, but I truly think now, with the people involved, with Dave Filoni and John, what's his name? I forgot his last name. The Iron Man director, you know who I mean, John Favreau. With those guys more in charge of kind of the narrative now, I'm hopeful and excited we have a better future. We've got already 1 film announced. We've got TV shows, the Obi-Wan TV show as well. We've got a lot more things to look forward to. But Star Wars is a special thing. And no matter if there's a chapter we enjoyed lesser than others, we can still say we love Star Wars, because we do. Peace. May the Force be with you. Comment down below your fellow experiences about getting this box set, what you think of this, and what are your experiences of Star Wars? Are you still in love with the franchise? I'll be back with more Star Wars videos in the near future. See you again soon.